Okay. We're back again. Let's see if this works. Right, let's see if this works. Nope. Okay. I have found it on YouTube. Oh, my chair moved that. Oh my gosh. Right. Oh, look. I am really annoyed. It's got this StreamYard bizzo on it again. Right. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Hello, Debbie and Marie. Hello, Janice, Mary, and Tanya. I think Naomi's got something set something on it. I can't change it. We'll have to fix that up. We'll have to get our heads together and fix that up. Well, we're all good here. Hello, Karen. Well, we're kind of good-ish. I got a sick kid. Mostly got a little bit of a sniffle and doesn't have COVID. She's sick of being tested, I can tell you that. But it's really aggravated her asthma. She's ended up with asthma. We always knew she was predisposed to asthma, but she really has asthma now. Yes. We knew she was predisposed, but she really isn't a well little cherub. Okay. I've still got a little bit of fussy cutting to do. As you can see, I've done a fair bit. If you missed the kit reveal video just before, that's why I was running late to start with. And then I thought I better let the people into the group that are waiting to get in the group. There's one lady waiting to get in. And then I went, oh, as I was typing the date in the StreamYard thing, I went, oh, better go and wish my friend a happy birthday, because otherwise I'll forget later on today. I've got that much to do. So, hence, and then I got on the video and it was in Naomi's name and it had that silly thing on it that it's still got on it. But we'll be right. So September is flare button month. Each kit has 2 flare buttons in it. So I better use them. Sometimes I forget. Okay. So Amelia wasn't sick on the weekend, and we spent the weekend sorting some of my craft stuff. Okay, let's put that over there somewhere. Okay, what are we going to make? So we've got sequins everywhere. I've got 2 pieces of black card, so maybe we keep those to make a page tomorrow night. But then black card's really handy when you make it cards. We've got this piece of heavyweight white, so that'll be good. And then we've got red and cherry blossoms. Oh, there's another sequin hiding. And then we've got this we could use for words. Obviously. We might... Oh, there's one stuck there. We might gut this one for the black. Hello, Marie. Oh, I hope so too, Marie. Quentin actually had to drop off. Well, we had to drop off our Corfu Cup tickets and raffle tickets, and then we dropped off a big bag of craft stuff for her class as well. So she's not going. She's pretty bummed but I'm really happy because that shoebox is not coming back to my house. Because usually when we send stuff in like shoeboxes and craft stuff, it comes straight home. Has done with all of our kids actually. Quentin said to them that we really need someone to ring us about this. People sending sick kids to school, because Amelia only does school, home, lunch with a grandmother, and does a shop, but she's not around people that much at the shop, and Quentin's mum. So she really doesn't, dancing's with kids from school, so she's not that exposed. So I'm pretty annoyed. I love this kit. I feel it would suit my new Japanese watercolors. Enzo got me. Oh, bit spoilt there, Naomi. New watercolors. And lovely to see you watching a class. I'm so glad you're on holidays. Hello, Jacqueline. The Japanese papers are beautiful, aren't they? I did Japanese at uni. Hello, Beryl. Hello, Di. Hello, Jodie. Oh, look at that. Jodie's here as well. Jodie and Naomi don't get to watch class very often. I'm exceedingly late. Okay. So what are we going to do? Maybe we'll look at what we're going to put on said cards. See, if you missed we've got those. If you missed the September kit reveal, which I quickly did before. Oh, sorry. Very tired. Had a kid on a stretcher in our room last night, and she coughed most of the night. So this is what I've got fussy cut for today's class. But Amelia and I stuck, so that's Redwood Farm, and that's Redwood Farm, stuck a heap of stuff in my belly book, as you can see. We kind of went to town with the sticking the stuff in. I was putting the tape on, she was sticking. So yeah. And if you have missed it, we have, so there's Scrap Boys on here. We have Scrap Boys at 20% off for, well, it ends at midnight tonight. It was meant to be last weekend, and then it was meant to be the weekend before, but we we kind of let life get in the way. But this is what we're using today. So could make like a Bon Voyage card for someone that's heading overseas. I could just make a beautiful card. I like the cherry blossoms. And the water lilies. Am I allowed to use water lilies and cherry blossoms together? I like them. Or do we use the big sprig? I hope I've not done this before. Kind of can't remember at the moment. Life is a little too busy. And then we could scatter some cherry blossoms around. What do we think? I think some red. Red's a very underrated colour. People get a bit frightened by red. Or only use it for Christmas and school. I like that, and I like that. What do you think? No one said anything. So let's cut our gauze in half. These have been on someone's art desk. I'm hoping at the shop today they're getting somewhere fast with the pallets because we unloaded it all yesterday. Yeah, we did get it all unloaded. So we would put that on a card. How big would the card need to be? Let's do a 5-inch square card because you can post it. I know I need to do a class at some stage on how to make an envelope. I know. I really don't want to get sick this time. Holy dooly. So let's go. Let's do a 5-inch by 10-inch piece. It's too late now. So that's a 5-inch by 10-inch. So 5 inches by 10 inches. And then let's do from the white still a 4.5 by 4.5 inches. And I think it's going to need colour. It's definitely going to need some colour to it. And then let's get one of our pieces of black. And then let's get our piece of white that's 4.5 by 4.5. I'm going to whack that right in the middle of a piece of black. Yep, we're gonna come out like about an inch out from that. I'm going to draw a big square. So it's going to end up being like 6.5 inches. Like that. And then I'm going to hack that out. You could cut this out nicely. This is about a 6.5 inch. Maybe. So I've drawn it on the back so the pencil line doesn't matter. Yeah, so we have to hole in that. So let's make this nice and neat. Let's do this side. The 3 sides of it underneath. You only need to do 2, so it's one side, the next side, and then let's do a let's do a 4 7/8. So that's like an 1/8 of an inch, so 2 marks short of 5. Little Amelia, I'm back on sick leave again this week. 4 months on and off with a bug that resurfaces every time someone around me shares their bug. Yep, I know. I'm feeling you, Karen. It's just driving us nuts. Really, really upset with people sending sick children to school. It's just not fair. And now that we knew she'd have asthma at some stage, but when she got really sick, but now that it's surfaced, it's really hard to control. And then when Quentin gets sick, his asthma is nearly impossible to control. So we're going to do 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. So then you end up with that tiny border of white. Something I really like about Japanese design in particular is it's very, very soft and loose, but also there's a structure. There's a sense of structure and order, especially to their patterns. And then we put a bit of red. Let's put some red between that. So this is our piece of paper number 5 that we haven't piece cut. And let's cut a piece that's 4 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. I wouldn't distress something if I was going, like I would use Tranquility and distress it, yes. But I wouldn't distress something if I was going for a very Japanese, Asian feel. Look at that. And having the different size borders, it's very nice. I like that. And then let's pick a word or some words. Tranquility, spelled with 2 L's. You can spell Tranquility either way. Wonderful, rewind, soul, spirit. Oh, geez, I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. Bliss. Kindness. Kind. I don't know. Let's think about that. Let's do this first. So, we've got this. And it's got a bit of a silveriness to it, but there's a little bit of gold shimmer in the flare button. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. No, it's not going to focus. Thank you, Jacqueline, my subscribe. So, let's take this red piece and this black piece. Let's cut the middle out. About 1 centimetre, maybe 1/2 inch in from the edge. It's a bit of silver on her robe, but I think let's get the metallic paint out. Oh dear. We're in Gladstone as a trivia night this Friday night at school. 5 by 10 is the card base, yeah. 5 by 10. So 5 inches by 10 inches is the card base. So I don't know if there's any of these left. I'm not sure. I think there are. I'm pretty sure there are. I'm pretty sure there's no fluoros left in the palette. So I think we put like a bit of a... So let's hack our gauze. Let's take this down to a 1/4 piece now. Let's just cut. And it doesn't have to be nicely cut. And then just make it... It's going to make this like a softer piece. So we're really trashing it. See? I love the ladies that I did taught classes to at in Melbourne, and one of the ladies she's being very delicate, and I'm like, no, you've really got to trash it. You've got to get in and trash the gauze. We're wrecking it, but it looks better. I think it looks better. So then let's put this. Looks like a piece of old torn fabric behind here. We might keep it white, but then let's put a bit of... So she's got silver on her gown, but there's a little bit of gold on there. Maybe we'll smush a bit of silver on and then just put some little dots of gold. I think, yeah, we'll do that. Because if it's too... So if we use just silver, my concern is that it becomes too flat because it's too much white and grey and black with a bit of pink and red on top. Do you know what I mean? Like, we need something to make it pop. I just got a little gold clip there. So let's move all this loveliness away, out of the way, so we don't get smush on it. I've still got to think of a word. Oh, I got rid of the piece that's the card front, didn't I? Look at that. How silly of me. Plastic packet. You could, if you didn't want to just use plastic packet, you could get a piece of acetate. That acetate will sell, and you could just use it and wipe it off with like gauze, clean up with gauze. So this is my blending brush from the other night that I used with the brown. So yep, it's not white anymore, but it is, you know, it's clean. I did have to hide it to dry it. I've got this paintbrush. No palette knife. I'm going to use the end. Rightio. So let's start with a little bit of silver and let's go heat to it. Amelia thinks that we're going to hang out and watch movies together today. Probably not. Mummy's got too much work to do. So, let's do it on this side. So let's smear. I like these because I can push against it and squeeze and just smear out a little tiny bit. So I've got a little tiny bit of silver. You don't need much. You could definitely use, like Naomi Swan could use her Japanese watercolors. You could definitely use your metallic watercolors. Definite. Oh no, there's none of those. I'm pretty sure there's none of those come back. Retreat kits for the Tropical Ambience retreat. Let me know if you want to see the Tropical Ambience paper in this video too. Retreat kits for Tropical Ambience started leaving yesterday. So let's sort of spread it to a bit of a weirdy pattern, like no particular lines in it. I use this as a bone folder sometimes. And then let's do the old, I just want a nice smush pattern. It's got a bit of colour. Okay. Oh, look at that. I don't have to put something on the YouTube page because someone else just did it for me. Technique. Gauze trashing tip. Don't be gentle. Yes. Super tip there. Don't be gentle. So if you had time on your hands, my other recommendation would be don't heat it. Heating things actually changes the structure, but wetting them changes the structure to start with. So we're going to do another layer. You can see each layer creates its own set of lines and depth of colour. So let's add a tiny bit of gold to this. So let's just these are plastic tubes, so probably not heating them. Yeah, probably don't heat them. Oh, crud-a-majig. That's too much gold. Just so you know, that's way too much gold. When they're empty, don't throw them out, because guaranteed you're going to use them in a class with Naomi John. Yep. Let's move that bit over there. Let's just move that over there. And let's just bring a bit of this in here. And just mix it. We don't want globby bits, really. This is really good because this is just smooshing it down to mix it really well. This is an Art by Marlene paintbrush. Yes, I did see Chloe's comment or post asking about the Art by Marlene. I have to admit, Quentin hasn't told me there's a new catalogue, but sometimes what they do is they give us the catalogue like the day of release kind of thing. But that's okay. We will definitely be getting the new Art by Marlene. See, there we go. It's got a little bit of interest to it. Just put a tiny bit. Just want a tiny bit of gold in a couple of places. Like that. Okay, so let's bring this excess gold over here. I'll just work out what I'm not gonna waste it. Can't waste it. Just smush it down. So that full, so not the bit we cut the chunk out of, this full half here. Let's clean up the gold paint. I'm going to clean up my gold paint with it. And then I can use this tomorrow night in my scrapbooking class. I don't know why I'm keeping my hands clean. That's just silly. It's unusual for me. I might not even use this. I might just store it in my stash. I have a whole container of gauze. Some of it's coloured. When I first did a gauze colouring thing, we did it back in 2020. One of the late, I think it was Deborah, did a whole heap of different coloured gauzes with her ink pads. It was awesome. She had rainbows of gauze. It was cool. It is surgical gauze that we sell, but it's critter gauze, not people gauze. And we have to buy massive big boxes of it. But that's okay. I don't mind. I'm just going to dry this here. Right. Let's dry this now. This is now coloured. It'll be right. That's all right. So this, on the back, this will flatten it out just a little. Sometimes people spray the back as well. Like spray the back with water. I'll show you. Makes it contract even more. You see? It kind of helps it flatten out. Not much better than before. A little, but not much. Rightio, so that's what we've ended up with. There, you can kind of see it there. Okay. dying to get my hands on some of those fluoro paints. I don't think Naomi John's going to let me use them again. Because I didn't use much. I just made a swatch with them. I think once she uses them, she'll use them all the time. So let's have a look how this looks. And what's up? No. 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 I think I like that. I think I like it with that bit of gold up there. And then... See, it's so simple but so lovely. I really do like it. See, it doesn't have to be a lot. But I need just the right word. Let's get scissors. Rewind. Kindness. Faith, family, energy, wonderful. Does look pretty wonderful, doesn't it? Bliss. I like bliss. I think I've got too many words to choose from. I think that'd be my problem. Happy, remember. There's wisdom on here as well. Happiness. What's everyone think? Which flower is that? Oh, Debbie, that is this cherry blossom. So it's about that big in my hand. Sorry, I missed your comment. It is... It's a piece of paper number 6. And it's that one. So it's like... from the very tip to the very 3 3/4 inches. That's like 2 1/4 wide. Do I want to hack one out of the middle? Or do I want to just tack one out of... Memories is nice. I like memories. See, too many words. Unique. Courage. Dream. There we go. I'm going to use dream. I think I use dream a lot. So I'm just going to cut this out as a little rectangle. Ooh, I'm going to make a rough one first. The kids at school got a whole pile of Aussie grunge words. The barcode strips. So then let's grab our piece from the middle. Put red around it. Or we put black. I think we'll put red. Haven't found my applicator bottle yet. It'll be right. Sorry, that truck is the neighbour. I'm going to work late today, I think. I think he came in really late last night. So then what we're going to do is cut it out with a tiny little border. Now, I always intend on a particular size little border, but what happens is, yep, it changes as I go around. Sometimes it gets smaller, sometimes it gets bigger. And I don't have much foam tape, but that's okay. So you've got no foam tape. Let's overcome and conquer that. So let's start sticking it together. So I'm going to stick my layers. It's dry. Try not to stretch the tape, especially when you've got a buckled piece of cardstock or pattern paper. I just try not to stretch it, because then you make the buckle worse. It's lovely paper, and the card is coming from. Thank you, Jacqueline. Cherry blossoms are really beautiful, aren't they? Really, really beautiful. We had the commercial license for these images probably from the moment they were released. Really, we'd had them for a really long time before I did the paper. Had to do it justice. But we do plan a long time in advance. So our last retreat for 2022 gets released today, right? So it's a virtual retreat. So it's going to be called Peace and Joy. Now, we've had the images for that for a really, really long time. Like, I'm talking a really, really long time. A year, at least. But yeah, we were going to do something else with the paper range, but decided we'd do a virtual retreat. So it's a little Christmassy. It is Christmassy, but it's different. I think it's a little different. Although I think I saw recently that someone else has done something similar, but I've already invested in it and made my decision. So let's put a bit across the middle. I don't like my cards to fall apart. So I want this sort of raised up, but to do that, I've got to think outside the square. So let's fold our card base in half. Ooh, that's wider. Oh, mat wasn't dry. Oh well. You know what? It'll be right. I must have had something from Friday night still on the mat. So I'm going to stick this together. This is not how I normally do this. I normally would build it and then stick it on, but because I don't have any foam tape, I'm going to build my... Oh, poor, she's stolen that too. No, I've got something. I'll show you how to build it. I'm going to build my dimension even in a different way again. So let's put our bit of gauze on here. Put that there. So let's stick these two together. It's kind of just tacking them together. It's just a tiny bit of tape. And then I'm going to sit this here. Okay. I got light moulding paste. And I've got a no palette knife because it hasn't returned yet. So we're going to put some dollops, put some dollopy bits, and we're going to put it so that it's not going to be outside the boundary. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be inside so that people don't see it. And they're not going to know how we stuck this on. Okay, I'm just cleaning that up. Obviously, I'm going to use the gold bit. Now I've got a little tiny bit. Pokey tool hasn't returned yet either. Oh, yeah. And then let's put a little bit behind our flare button. I've got the dropsies today. It's kind of like troweling concrete on the bricks, like mortar on the bricks, or icing when you're sticking elements to a cake using like thick frosting. It's nice how that just protrudes over there. So I've got gauze on. I've got paste on here now. So what I need to do on this with this gauze is actually open it right up. And I need to just spread it out because that paste is going to add more texture, which is going to be awesome. Trust me. Let's hang that up there. Just hanging over the line, look. And then our little dream word. So you could use matte gel, gloss gel, because it's not seen. You could use like moulding paste. I just find it's a little heavier. I use this because it's lighter and it's got more puff and fluff. I like that there. What do I think? And then see, so you can see it's in there, but it's, you know, it's creating a, we're not going to push it down because if we push it down, then we lose that. So paste is a really good way to have like ups and downs and things like different dimension in areas. Do you know what I mean? Like some things a bit thicker and some things a little bit shallower with the way you rise up. It's a good way to stick your elements on. So if I'm doing a canvas, a big canvas, I actually use extra heavy gel, which is from Golden. So I don't use, like, if I'm doing a canvas and I'm sticking things like aerials or big things, because I haven't done any for a little while, but I have done a lot of like memorial canvases. And what I do, one of them I put a ham radio aerial on it because that's what her dad, my friend's dad, was into. So yeah, you just sort of need to look at how heavy the thing is and then how strong you need your paste to be. Just put the bin down there. Okay. Chipboard. Yeah. No foam tape left. Yep. And you want sort of, you can see that this is got quite a depth to it. So if you want quite a bit of depth that you're not going to get with foam, you can use paste. And it actually survives longer than foam sometimes, like cheap foam. Like if you use cheap foam, I'm not a fan of cheap foam because it doesn't last. But yeah, so there we go. I don't know if we've done this before. I hope we haven't. I hope it's not like something we've done before. Maybe those glass drops. Yeah, I could put a glass drop on there, I thought. Maybe. I do like simple, but might use them on the page. We might use those on the lily pads on the page. They'd be nice, those glass drops on the lily pads, I think. On the big lily pad. See, look at that. You know. Nice. But we're not using the big lily pad. We're going to use the pattern paper on the other side, I think. So we are. Oh, sorry. Got my head off. So don't forget 20% off Scrap Boys ends at midnight tonight. And the last retreat for the year, which is Peace and Joy, will be out today. Can't tell you the dates because I don't know off the top of my head what we picked. And I just need to double check with my family to make sure that what we picked is correct. We work so far ahead, and the big problem with that is stuff like dance concerts comes up, and we're like, oh, that's the weekend of a retreat. So Safari retreat on Safari is moving back a weekend. So everyone will get an email about that today. It'll come from our online store. I'm just going to put something together and then I'm just going to send it out to everyone that's purchased that retreat. A heap of the tropical ambience retreats like yesterday. The rest are going to start leaving today. Hopefully they all make it. They should do. It should be fine. But yeah, it's just that some people had more to add into their boxes than others. And some of you were waiting for things in the palette. So yes. I love it. It's similar but different to a previous card, I believe. Oh no. I hope it's not the same as previous card. Oh dear. Who's surprised? Not me. Oh, I have to show you. Got these back today. So that's year 10. Year 10 portraits done and dusted. Oh, and he got his learners on the weekend. Went to Department of Transport yesterday. And he passed the test on the weekend. He went to Department of Transport yesterday and organised. He's just going to wait till his physical licence arrives. He hasn't gone and got L plates yet, so he hasn't driven the car yet. But oh well, he will. He'll definitely drive the car. We've got plenty to use on our page tomorrow night. And we've even got some of this white left, which is stronger. So I don't know what we're going to do. We might attempt something interesting. Well, we do have a dirty great big hole in one of the pages to cover up. So we're going to be doing some patching, I think. But yes, so beautiful card. Thank you. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Di and Beryl. Yes, he did well. He's got a science exam today, and then he leaves tomorrow morning on a camp, axe camp. So he two of his exams have been moved to next week. So this is the gold. It's dry already. So this is the gold. Oh, it's still a little damp. The one we cleaned up all the gold with. And no, the other one is really wet. It's too wet. But yeah, so that's nearly dry. Just about dry. So love the range. Thank you, Naomi. Thank you, Naomi Son. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for congratulating Noah, everyone. So we will see you tomorrow night at... Oh, hello, Yvonne. There you go. Yvonne said thanks for the paste explanation. Yvonne's over on the YouTube. So thank you all for coming along to class. Apologies for the last few weeks of being quite dishevelled. I was sick. We were away. A bit jet lagged last week. We missed an appointment actually last week at school. We will see you all tomorrow night at 7 p.m. I don't know if there's any new stock coming this week. There's meant to be, but I'm a little concerned because I haven't seen anything from them. Mostly what's been arriving is stuff we manufacture with, like base card and that sort of stuff, like supplies for manufacturing. But we do have some stuff we're waiting on from one supplier, and I'm a little concerned, but it'll be right. My concerns are always higher than what they need to be. But yeah, look at that. I'm all tidy. It's all neat and tidy. What's going wrong? But yeah, so thank you for coming along. Take care, stay safe. Thanks for today. Love these classes. Thank you, Debbie. I love the classes too. They make me so happy. Yes, take care, stay safe. Love yous all, and we will see you all tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for scrapbooking. We're going to make a double, so make all the double people happy. So see you then. Take care. Bye.